You got to tilt up, right? For Is that where both Facebook and Instagram's going to be? All right, all right. I'm on live now. Give me on the IG. Yes, yes. Welcome to Conversation of the Heart, everybody. Episode 11, Season 2. We back. So today we're going to have a special guest. Her name is Tyasia, Ebony Ruth, of It Takes 2 Seconds Cleaning Service. We're about to have a good conversation. And here she is. Why am I hearing feedback? Hey, is there feedback on your, or no?
Uh,
Okay, I hear you.
can you hit me on Instagram? Oh,
Absolutely, but I lost you on on Facebook Live.
you see me, but Facebook Live, no bueno.
Okay, okay. All right, cool. All right, so I guess so. Eb, just end the live on Facebook.
Um, if it's gonna give feedback, I turned it down.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We can set up again.
Let's see.
Wes, what up? Chris, what up?
Hi, everybody.
All right. So we're just trying to log on to Facebook Live right quick for everybody. On Facebook Live. Um,
Um, honestly, I don't know how to mute it on Facebook.
oh, okay. So using another phone, right?
Yeah. Is it
Got
giving feedback on your end?
it was, but I just think that you just have to turn the voice down.
It's
Um,
halfway down.
all right. So let's just try it again. See what happens.
All right.
Just a requesting right quick.
Can y'all see me? Am I in the right position? Hi,
All right. Oh,
everybody. It's hard
hey,
to be comment.
hey, Ed, did you request me on Facebook Live?
I did. I'll send it again.
All right, cool.
Okay. I sent it again.
All right, cool. So we're just gonna get started right quick. So everybody, this is Tyasia, Ebony Ruth. She is the CEO of Ebony Ruth and Enterprises. She's doing some amazing things. She's also the owner of It Takes 2 Seconds Cleaning Services and ATO. She is a great woman, a great friend, somebody who I definitely look up to. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say thank you for doing this. First, I just want to say thank you for doing this. I definitely appreciate it. It's not easy. So I just want to say thank you for doing this. I'm excited for this particular conversation. It's something that we've talked about offline. So we're pretty much just gonna just bring this conversation to for everybody to hear. So let's get started. First, tell everybody who you are. I tried to give you the best intro I possibly could, but hey, let them know who you are, where they can find you, where they can find you. And yeah, I already know you got your fries. So tell everybody who you are,
Um,
where they and where they can find you. It Takes Two cleaning services. Let's go. It Takes 2 seconds cleaning services. Excuse me.
so my name is Tyasia Ebony Ruth. Dropping the last name. Um, I started Ebony Ruth Enterprises in March 10th, which is my grandmother's favorite number. And then I started It Takes 2 seconds cleaning services. So I just go in, tell them how did I get there.
Yo, listen, man. Let's just dive right on in. Oh, we took a couple of minutes to get Facebook right, so let's just go in.
It Takes 2 seconds came about when I was pretty much just figuring out what my purpose was when I moved from New York to Georgia. And it dawned on me, it takes 2 seconds to something that my mom would say to me all the time. I literally would have chores galore. And there was one night I went to bed, I didn't wash the dishes, and my mother woke me up and she was like, it takes 2 seconds to wash the dishes in a second. It takes 2 seconds to get a broom and sweep up the floor. And so that thing stayed within me. And so I have a passion for cleaning. Didn't realize it, but people were telling me for years. I've been cleaning houses on the side for years. And it just was time. It was time to evolve. And so when it came about, I was like, what am I going to name this business? And God just laid on my heart, it takes 2 seconds. That's what.
Powerful. So drop the Instagram. It's at It Takes 2 seconds cleaning.
It Takes 2 seconds cleaning. The website is launching officially April 26th, which is my dog's birthday.
Let's go.
The website is it2scleaning.com. I will be able to post that as of Monday. Facebook is the same thing. It Takes 2 seconds cleaning, and that's where you can find me.
All right. So pause this real quick. You said you had some Riesling there. Is that what you said?
What?
Did you say you had some Riesling? You said you had some. You said you had a little something, right?
You know,
So I just want to take an opportunity to say congratulations for your breakthrough. Congratulations for doing what you're doing. Congratulations for being the Korean that you are. Congratulations for everything that you are to the culture, and just for being the great woman that you are, the great friend you are. You know what I'm saying? There aren't many like you. So I just want to salute to you, Queen. Thank you. And I just want to do a cheers. Cheers to you. Cheers to your new business. Cheers to new money. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. Cheers to prosperity and new money. Cheers to you.
Cheers. Cheers to y'all out there too for supporting me. This wasn't my first business venture. Of course, it was something else that I had, which will be relaunched at New Ruth Dance School. That started in 2013. I was to put on 2 dance productions. The first one was Passion to Dance, and the second one was Survival of the Fittest. That was my last show before I moved from New York. So it's time to put on another production.
Okay. Do you know what that's gonna look like? What's that gonna entail? What?
So when I first did Ebony Ruth Dance by myself, I did everything. I taught modern, jazz, hip hop, African, liturgical, and so I also had to do the books, the clerical work, the marketing, and so it made me really overwhelmed. So this time around, I know now I have to delegate. So this time around, I'm gonna have a casting call where I'm gonna have choreographers to come in and teach jazz, hip hop, African, modern, and I'm gonna keep it liturgical for me because
liturgic?
That's my gift.
You said a liturgic? What?
Liturgical.
Liturgical. What's that? I ain't never heard that before. What's that?
Liturgical.
It sounds like some type of dish liquid. What is that?
It's praise dancing. Praise dancing.
Wait. You said praise and worship? Why didn't you just say that then? Come on now, man. That's all in the black church. Like, that's what we do. Okay. You got all technical on me. I didn't even understand what that was for a minute. I didn't get it. Okay. All right, cool.
The real word
I learned something new.
Liturgical dancing. Drop that in the comments.
Liturgical dancing.
Liturgical
okay.
dancing.
I learned something new. You blew my mind with that one. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Wow.
So yeah,
All right, cool.
that is my gift. Although I have a passion to dance, liturgical I found to be my gift. And funny enough, today makes 9 years I was ordained minister. So that was my ministry.
Hmm. Mm.
So I'm excited about what's to come at the end of the year. And so once I get those choreographers, then I will put on a new production. It'll be my third one.
Wow. That's amazing. So you said that, you started this in 2013, right? So what I want to know is, and what's important to me is the journey,
Yeah.
right? The challenges in that journey of starting over again. I think many of us, we go through things, we have failed businesses, failed relationships, failed marriages, failed everything, in the school, out of school, whatever the case is, right?
Right.
Talk to me about the challenges about starting over again. Maybe some of the things that you faced.
Well, like I said, I started Ebony Ruth Dance in 2013. I
Mm-hmm.
ended up having to shut down in 2014 because I was renting from a church building and some things happened and I couldn't run my business anymore. So I grew discouraged. And I was like, I'm not going to do it anymore. Like, I got to go back to school and do my, research. And so I went to college for business administration thinking that was going to be the way of teaching me how to run the business properly.
Mm-hmm.
But my babies were very attached to me. At the time, I had group sessions along with the dance classes that I would teach. And they would reach out to me and they would say, when are we going to start dancing again? We want to dance so much. And I had two different groups, so butterflies and the caterpillars. The caterpillars was the babies. The butterflies were the older girls. And they would say, when are you going to put the show back on? We want to dance. And so it just sat in my spirit. And then in 2015, I did Passion to Dance, which was my first production. I did it at IS 59. Amazing show. I did a tribute to my brother that passed away, Junior. And then I said, all right, I got to keep this going. And so I met my friend Nalima, who was able to give me space for my girls to be able to practice because I didn't have a location at that point. I had lost my location. And we taught again, and then I came up with Survival of the Fittest. That day, it snowed. It was a snowstorm. And I mean, I was so discouraged. And like right before the show, I broke down crying. And the picture, I don't know if everybody knows, there's a picture of me on the stage. I'm crying, and all of the kids are still around me. And they're like, don't worry, we're here. We're going to put on a good show. And the show is amazing. But I have to admit, like, I felt like I let them down. Like, I didn't keep a place for them to go because they was excited. They was excited to have somewhere to go after school. Some people don't realize that the arts is a place for kids to be able to have an outlet. In my group sessions, I was able to discover that two of my students was dealing with suicide, domestic violence in the home, and so I felt bad. So I thought to myself in the year of 2017, like I needed a change, and then I went to Georgia. Got to Georgia and it was like, well, what do I do now? Like my entire network was in New York. And when I say network, like my family, my support, my friends, my family, they were all in New York. And so when I got here to Georgia, I was like, you know what? The thing that I know is banking. I've been in banking for over 17 years now. And so I got a job with PNC Bank. And people were like, well, so what are you going to do about the dancing? Like, you moved to Georgia. I was like, no, I'm not ready yet. My passion isn't here. I don't know. And then I started experiencing death. My brother Brandon passed away.
Rest in peace.
My grandmother passed away. And then my dog passed away. And I went through some other personal things that put me in a depression. To where I almost really lost my mind. Like, never thought I would ever be in that predicament before, but I knew to call you. And I said, T, I'm going to lose it. And you was like, Eb, just breathe. Just breathe. And I was like, I don't know which way to go, left, right. I'm here in Georgia. I don't have nobody. And it was you who had to kind of remind me, like, you got you. pick up your head and get yourself together. And I did that. That was in 2019, got myself together, went through a short period of depression there, and God began to deal with me. Just saying, like, you have to understand that I really took you out of New York and brought you to Georgia so that I can evolve you, give you your purpose of what you've been praying for. When I was in New York, I literally every morning I would pray, Lord, please increase my territory, increase my territory. And so I didn't realize he did that until I had to go through some things, which was depression, and here I am, fast forward 2021. Look what the Lord has done.
Wow. So challenges. And when it comes to first of all, cheers to you for not giving up on yourself. So speaking of that, I know there have been times where you've really, you've wanted to just kind of just give up, right? You've had, the businesses left, right? You left New York, your family and everything is gone.
Yeah.
So what kept you truly grounded? Like, what kept you to say, you know what, I can't give up on me? Because even as believers and even as, believers in Christ and everything else, sometimes you want to give up. Right. Like, it's not just, oh, I believe in God and everything is all right. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never feel those things. That's not reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what was it that made you say, yo, I cannot, no matter what, give up on me?
Of course, faith, faith being the substance of things hoped for and evidence of
things not seen.
My faith, I literally leaned on God and was like, there was nights where I cried, wailed.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, I need you. Sorry.
That sounds like some New York stuff right there. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That sounds just like New York. You right at home. You right at home. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Rosie, you're like, hold on, it's a plane flying over.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the fire department. There were nights where I cried and I wailed to God, like, reveal yourself. If these are the things that you have done for them and, revealed to me that you've done for others, show me. And it was Phoenix. It was my babies. And when I say my babies, Jerron, Jameer, Bella, just to name a few, they would just call on me, and it was like I had to live for them, I can't leave out my family. My family would check in on me, and they know who they are. I would honestly say it was the support that got me through. When I would say, that's it, I'm done, it would be something that would just happen in a minute that would change. Yeah. Like, not saying I tried to commit suicide, but when it's someone who's about to commit suicide and then somebody shows up at the door. That's what it was like for me, crying out to God, and then someone would call and say, hey, I thought about you. How's everything going? And so that was what kept me from, not giving up. God revealing himself to me.
And so throughout this process, it takes two, right? It takes 2 seconds, right? Building a business, right? From the ground up. A lot of times for us comes along with self-doubt, self-sabotage.
Yeah.
We've all been, I won't say we all. I'll say I know I've been through it, right? And, where you think that you have something really good, you think that you have a great idea, whether it be in business or relationships or work, a lot of times we self-sabotage our own success.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we doubt who we are and we forget just who we are, right?
Right.
And so you've seen this process through, right? You've seen this process through it, and you're about to launch. Like, you're going up. You're going all the way up, right? That's so how did you get past that process of self-doubt and self-sabotage? Because a lot of people don't, and some people don't. It's just, what? I'll do something else. They quit.
I would say therapy.
One time for the one
self-assessment,
time. Mm-hmm.
words of affirmation, um,
Mm-hmm.
changing my circle. Changing my circle. A lot of times you can see others and see how good their life is going, and then ask yourself, well, God, why didn't you do that for me? And then you
Mm-hmm.
start doubting your value, your worth. And so
Mm-hmm.
I had to revisit what I was taught from the beginning, which was knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and
Mm-hmm.
going back to that. Um, Self-doubt is something that I dealt with for a long time, and as I got to where I am now, therapy has gotten me out of that. And
Mm-hmm.
us as Black people, we frown upon therapy. Oh, you don't need therapy, just go to church.
Hey,
Bro,
nah, ain't no problem, but I'm just saying, but it's true. Therapy is for everybody. It's not just
it
for women,
is.
it's for men too.
It
You
is.
know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yep. Therapy, seeing this therapist that I found here, and just telling her the things that I went through. She had to tell me and expose to me, like, you're suppressing some things that is causing you to have the self-doubt. And
Mm-hmm.
I had to tell her the things that I've endured in life. And so
Mm.
once you start talking about it more, you'll be able to overcome the self-doubt and start
Okay.
realizing what your worth and your value is. Protecting your
Okay.
pearls, as she called it. Protect your pearls.
Okay. Protect the pearls. Protect the pearls. I mean, I ain't got them, but yeah, protect the pearls. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Right, right. So I would say that's how I was able to overcome it. I'm not going to say that I'm fully overcome it. Like, I have my times, even now, being a full business owner. When I say full business owner, there was times where I did things and it wasn't, registered. Like, I used to throw parties. I used to,
Mm-hmm.
do shows, but none of it was legal. So now I have an actual registered LLC. And so I think that all of those things that I endured have
Pause.
pre-
Cheers one time for being official. Cheers one time for being official.
LLC
Cheers one time for
registered.
the one time.
Right, Google it.
Mm-hmm. It comes up. I checked. Google her. I checked.
It says registered Ebony Ruth Enterprises LLC in Georgia State. So I'm really happy about that. That was another thing that God revealed to me. Like, I don't think half of the visions that I have would be able to happen firsthand in New York. My
Right.
plan is to start it here, and then once everything is done here, I'm gonna come back home and start it there too. That's my plan.
Mm. And home, let people know home is Queens. Don't
New
ever get it
York,
twisted.
yeah.
You already know Queens get the money. You already know.
Get the money.
Wherever we go,
That's a
that's just
fact.
what it is.
That's a fact.
So therapy has helped you out with just some of the most trying things in your life. I know therapy has been good for me and the things that I've been going through.
Right.
Just in life in general. But I'm glad that therapy has gotten you through, right?
Yeah.
To this point, and you can honestly say that and be open and honest and vulnerable about it. Because in our community, therapy is taboo. It's like, oh, you gotta just pray about it 24/7,
Just pray about it.
365. And it's like it's
Pray
gonna
about
just
it.
come out the sky. You
Right.
know, so I'm glad that we have leaders like yourself who are stepping out into the forefront and saying, no, praying is good,
Right.
absolutely, but we got to do this because faith without works is dead. And if God gave us the therapist, we're gonna leave that there. All right, cool.
Like you was about to pull out a scripture. I mean,
No, 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 no. Let's keep that going. So when you were thinking about building your business, right?
right.
I know for, just speaking to just various different business owners, they normally have not normally, but some of them just have like, they just don't know when to start,
Mm-hmm.
right? They don't know when to say, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it,
Right.
right? So when was your just get started moment? Like, let's just go.
I said this to you before, but losing my dog, Phoenix.
Mm, mm.
Some people would look at it as, oh, she's just a dog. Get another one.
Nah.
But
Mm-mm.
I had Phoenix for 14 years. And losing her really took a part out of me. It really
Mm.
shown who is there for me. um, and what life was really about to be without her.
Wow.
I have a thing where I don't like being alone. I don't like doing things alone. But when I lost her, I fell into a deep depression, like deeper than 2019, to where I questioned my value. I questioned, so what is life going to be like for me? I'm going to be 35, no kids, not married. Phoenix was my all. I'd come home from work and she's the first thing at the door welcoming me. And so, again, the thing that I know to do when I feel down and out is to cry out to God. And he revealed to me, like, you have all of these gifts that I've given you, but for some reason you keep finding yourself in New York, being there for this one, being there for that one, being there for over there and them. And so I needed to put you in a place where I need to show you and have you by yourself so that you can do the things that I have for you and your purpose. And so that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to just do it. I finally got to a place where I have my own apartment, my own car. There was a time where I was renting rooms, so God has really elevated me. And losing Phoenix was really the push for me to just go ahead, stop procrastinating. Procrastination is a spirit. It's a
Talk
spirit,
about it.
And I used to be like, you know what? I'll do it next year. I'm going to pay this bill. And, I'm going to help this person out. I'll do it next year. And so I honestly had to say, you know what? I'm doing it for me. I'm going to take this money that I've been saving and I'm going to go ahead and get the LLC. And at that point, there's no turning back. And so ever since I filed it on my grandmother's number, 310, y'all go ahead and y'all play that in the lotto. I said, it's filed and that's it. No turning back. And so here.
So here you are, just a few days before the pre-launch to the launch. To the launch on Monday.
Right.
And you're having the pre-launch on Sunday, right?
I'm having a business christening.
I
know everybody's like, what is that? When you think about christening, you think of baby, right?
Babies. Yeah.
So it takes 2 seconds indoor. Ebony Ruth Enterprises. The reason why I named it Ebony Ruth Enterprises is because it takes 2 seconds under that umbrella. It's going to be Ebony Ruth Dance under that umbrella. And I might open a lounge. I don't know. The Lord has just been, revealing to me things that is in my nature to do. I've been hosting parties for people, decorating. So all of those things are going to go under that entity. Back to the business christening. So I looked at it as, this is my baby.
It is.
In the spirit, so
it is.
As it is in the spirit, as it is in the natural, I said, before I launch, I have to give glory to God. I have to recognize God. I have to give my baby back to God so that he can get the glory out of it. So Sunday, I invited my closest friends and here in Georgia. I didn't tell anyone too much in New York because I would hate for them to have to fly here for a business I started here.
Right.
And the goal is to pray. My great apostle, she's not apostle yet, but my doctor, Sharice Wigfall, will be praying for me on that afternoon before I launch. And I'm going to reveal my website that I've been working on tirelessly. Thank God for my friends, you, West Quick, all of y'all for helping me get this website together. I'm going to reveal that and my logo. And we're going to get a bite to eat and toast. And that's it.
So, and first of all, a business christening is an incredible idea. It's just because your business is your baby. That's a fact, because you have to nurture it from its inception. You lose sleep over this thing. Like, you've lost sleep building this website. You've lost sleep building, right? You have to grow it until it can sustain on its own. So this is your baby, and you're going to grow it from the ground up. So I think to have your business christening, I think, is an amazing idea. I think that we need to have more of that. A business christening, a business shower, where we all get to celebrate, our people who are successful and who are starting something.
Right.
Baby showers are great, wonderful. That has its place. No, it has its place.
Right.
But I do think that we all need to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Because we all go out if somebody gets a brand new job, you take them out, right?
Right.
Or whatever it is, they get a promotion, and you take them out, right?
Yep.
So why not, if I open up a business, let's celebrate that.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate that.
Yep.
So I definitely think that you got the right idea.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
Again.
You guys.
So as far as your breakthrough, right? Oh, it's been a long journey, right? From 2013. 2013, it seems to be a special year, even for myself. That's another story for another day. But is this something special or not so special? Always seems to happen in 2013 that launches you into a different part of your life, right? And so when you talk about therapy, and what's that gotten you through, right? On a daily basis, like if you were to talk to, let's just say, somebody that the 15-year-old you, like what would you tell them?
I would tell them, find that thing that makes you happy. If it's writing, if it's playing music, if it's dancing, I would honestly say dance is what helped me suppress some things that I endured as a child. And it helped me cover it up,
Okay.
And I would say that what I endured affected me growing. And so you have a lot of children out there that's going through things that they don't have anyone to speak to about it.
Okay.
Find that thing that makes you happy. Find someone that you can trust, that you can confide in. And just speak up. And if you have a dream, go for it. Don't let nobody tell you. Don't let that one friend in your circle say, girl, you can't do that. No, if that's something that you see that you can do, go for it. Do by any means necessary. Go for it. Because we all have a purpose in life, and that's what we're here to do.
And so, I've done some work with the youth too, and what I've noticed is the same thing like what you just said is there are kids that are going through a lot of traumatic things in their life, right? And dance, and it could be dance, it could be sports, whatever it is, it's their way to kind of get through the day, right? And just kind of deal with it, right?
Right.
But what can a child or children do, or a teenager do to let it out, like to get it out, to go talk to somebody? Because, getting through the day is one thing, but a lot of that, what I've come to realize is they suppress. Yeah. And then when they're 25, they do the same thing. When they're 35, they do the same thing. When they're 45, they do the same thing. Right. And when they have kids now, and then now when they have married and have kids, everything is sitting in the back of their head, but it's still present and it's affecting their everyday life. Yeah. Right? So you can have 30 years worth of suppression. Right? So if there was a young adult on right now, or teenager, or somebody who's 10, 15, 11 years old, like, what would you tell them if they're going through a traumatic experience about where they can go or where they should go, of how to release?
I guess if I can use myself as an example.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, it's up to you.
I can use myself as an example because I can only best talk from experience. I can't just, talk out of my head. I would tell them from experience. With me, I endured being molested, and so what my outlet was confiding in my friends, and I had journals that I wrote in. I would write it out, just to get it out, and then the friends that I confided in helped me talk about it. But then we were able to do things that made us happy. Back then dancing was my thing. You could catch me, in the club Sunday to Sunday. I talked to like I said, I had group sessions with my girls, and that's how I was able to discover that the one girl was dealing with domestic violence at home, dealing with suicide. I told her she had to let it out. And so whether it be writing it down, whether it be drawing, whatever she saw fit to help her release whatever that thing was, to do it. And so at that time, dance was her thing. And so back to liturgical, she
Yeah.
was able to write down what she endured, write down how she was going to overcome it and not let it control her. And then when it was time to dance, she was able to let it out. I don't know if I was able to, you know, fully answer, you know, that
No,
question, but
no, you definitely did.
what I would tell them.
No, you definitely did. West Club A days. Woo. Yeah, it's a different time. So when it comes to your mental health, right? I think, you know, we've seen what's been going on. I mean, you know, we've seen what's been going on this last week and last year and for the last probably for forever, right? Like, so what do you do kind of every day besides the Riesling, to navigate to navigate your mental health?
Water and then
Hey, he turned the water into wine. I see. I see it. I see it. So what do you do to kind of like every day? Because people grieve daily. People grieve. You know, people think that grief is just for death, right? And it's like people grieve on a daily basis, whether it's what they see on TV. It could be losing jobs. You know, people dying in COVID. You know, people are grieving every day and suffering in silence, right? So what do you do? Just what are some of your best practices for your own mental health every day to kind of get by?
Prayer, and my newfound thing is meditation. Shout out to vegan chef Ash, who gets me up at 7 a.m. every morning, and I'm able to meditate with her and recite words of affirmation. Sometimes we need that. I didn't know about words of affirmation back in the day, but you know, getting into therapy and praying, you're able to level out the depression, the anxiety. You're pretty much declaring things in your life, changing it. You're speaking things as though they were. So from a person who suffered from depression and anxiety, prayer was the keynote for me to do in the morning. Meditating. I also started yoga.
Yoga's real.
Yoga is real. I had to find out myself. Yoga is real. And again, words of affirmation. Waking up in the morning saying, I am beautiful. I am smart. I am loved. Because you have to say these things to yourself to shift the atmosphere in your mind. Because your mind will play tricks on you.
That's a fact.
So that is my daily practice. Also checking on all my friends. You know, sometimes helping somebody else out would help you too. You know, with their mental health. It makes me feel good to know that my friends know that I care about them and my family.
That's dope. And I saw a couple people in here said journaling. You know, I'm an avid journaler. That's something that I really I definitely advocate for. Just getting it out. Sometimes, you know, you can't talk about certain things. You know, sometimes you just can't verbalize it to your friends at that point in time, right? It's just like, man, like. But at some point, you got to get it out. And sometimes like journaling is really helpful.
Yeah.
There's various different journals, but yeah, just if you can get a journal, man, just definitely get one. Shout out to Vegan Ash. I know Wes would send me his the stuff on, you know, the IGs in the morning. And I'd be like, I don't know if I'm ready for this here, man. I was like, they got the candles going. Like, I feel all types of like not prepared. I gotta check it out though. I gotta check it out.
And I'm in the bed like, okay, let me turn on Ash. And then it's Grand Rising, and then it starts with the words of affirmation. And the words of affirmation is what wakes me up.
I'd be feeling weird about it.
Right.
I be feeling like I have to get the candles. Like, I'll be reaching, I'll be tired. I'll be like, yo, man, I ain't got the candles ready. I ain't got the incense ready. I ain't got none of that here.
All that for you.
Nah, it's official. Like, they got an official thing going on over there. Shout out to Wes, Chef Vegan Ash.
Business coach was. Shout out to you. People would,
definitely.
I mean, that's where all the business really started. Like, I guess I didn't mention, when I was 18, I was Wes Quick, King Quick, which is Wes and Fred's assistant. As they threw parties, I did the clerical work on the side. I ran the door for them. They knew if you ain't paying your money, you're not getting in. Asia's not letting you. Asia Boo at the time, Asia Boo is not letting you in. You got to pay your fee. I don't care who you know. I don't know what sub promoter told you. What's what. This is the fare. You coming in or not. But I learned so much from just being in the shadows of those two in terms of business. So shout out to them.
Shout out to Wes and Fred. But it's just amazing, like sometimes the things that you experience when you're that young at 18, 19, and you fast forward now, I'm not going to say the age, you know what I'm saying?
It's all right.
I'll be respectful. We're going to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? But where you're at right now, you're taking not everything, but you're taking a lot of the principles that you've learned when you were that age and you're applying it now, and it comes full circle. Wes said that you ran their entire business and you were more than an assistant. Cheers. I will cheers to that. I was just there for the party. I was worthless. That's all I'm gonna say. So listen, what I want to do. I was thinking about it as we were talking. Mother's Day is coming up. Father's Day is coming up.
Right.
What I want to do is, if you could find a deserving mother, and what I mean by deserving is somebody who maybe, has a place, right? But maybe they can't afford the service, right? They're just working, they have kids, or whatever it is, right? And they can't afford the service, but they want their house clean.
Right.
I want you to get the invoice, give it to them for free, and pass it to me, and I'm gonna take care of that.
Oh.
That's a dessert. That's a mother, and then we'll do one for Father's Day too.
We'll do it. Let me write it down.
You find the person.
What's the quality?
The mother.
How do they qualify? I need to know, how do they qualify? What's the
No. It's not a whole like a bank loan. It's not qualifications like that. I'm just saying, like, like when you see somebody, it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
They can use this, and it might lift their spirits.
Yeah.
Right, and that'll lift their spirits, and it's something that they might need, right? And because sometimes you're working so hard, it's like, I don't even got time to clean this, clean that. I got this going on. I got the kids going up here. I got this going on. And it's like, yo, you know what? If they could just take that one thing away from them,
right?
Then it's like, man, like look at my house, man. Like, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To see a house in that way, right? And so that you don't have to do it, right? So I don't mean like whole checklist of qualifications, but you know it when you see it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so you find that person.
Okay.
You find that mother, and on Father's Day, we're gonna find that father, because here's the thing.
Right.
I love my mothers, but I love my fathers too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of, Father's Day, we're gonna honor a father. You know what I'm saying? It's not, it's not just gonna be this whole, tool belt, tie, socks. Nah. We're gonna clean your house.
Right.
Whatever that is, we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So you find the two people that's deserving, you invoice me the bill, and we're gonna take care of it, and we're gonna bless some people. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta tell them. You could just say it's on you. And get your business. You know what I mean? Just roll with it like that.
So now, like,
I don't even gotta do that.
I'm kind of spilling what some of my vision was for the business christening. I was giving away 2 free services at the business christening. So now that's 4 people that's gonna be blessed, and it's a good thing, because Wes said he's gonna match it. Okay, so that's 5.
Or 6, right? I don't know.
Lenora, no. I just saw Lenora's comment. But when you think about, like you said, cleaning someone's house brings them peace. Weirdly enough, although it was like something that it was from my childhood that I took and turned it into a business, I grew a passion for it. Like I love coming home to a clean house. You think about working a 9 to 5, that's stressful. Then sitting in traffic to now coming home with a bunch of dishes in your sink. Your bed is all over the place from all the clothes you done thrown out, you know, on the bed trying to figure out what to wear. Your bathroom is a mess. So that's definitely a great idea. That was the vision I had, you know, to reveal to them on Sunday. So if you're on here and you're going to be there Sunday, you should know that I'm giving away 2 cleaning services. And for Mother's Day and Father's Day, as T said, we're going to bless a mother and a father with a clean home. And that doesn't mean go home and mess up the place.
That definitely doesn't mean that. You know what I'm saying? I think, yeah, so it's like I have a mother and a father, one on Mother's Day, one on Father's Day. Wes said he's going to do one on Father's Day and one on Mother's Day. And then you doing 2 yourself. So that's 6. Right. Get 6 different people, you know what I'm saying? Not 1 in each home, you know what I'm saying? No. Like, just get 6 different people, man. We just want to bless somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's super dope. Thank you, Wes. I appreciate you matching.
Thank you, Wes.
Thank you. I mean, that's what it's all about, because they might see that and one day they might pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just the biggest thing is us as a community. We got to pay stuff forward. You know what I'm saying? I've you know,
Lord.
Okay. You know,
send some of my people from my team that's on the sideline to go clean in New York and other states. I don't know. I might fly out there. Who knows?
Listen, that way, whatever happens. I know, you know, I just know that it's time that we really we put our money where our mouth is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can buy Starbucks 7 days a week. That equals like $60 or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? We go to the club, or we go to brunch, we get fries. You know, we do everything, you know what I'm saying, that we want to do, right? So it takes, you know, so it shouldn't really take much for us to bless somebody else once in a while, if you can't afford it, you know, and that's all I'm saying.
Look at my friends already volunteering. Yeah, I got you already on my team.
So,
New York, y'all, I promise y'all, I'm working on it. Getting registered in
you're gonna have a mobile service.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a mobile service.
Yeah. It's all about, so me, I wanted to do it the right way. If I have to come there and do it off books, I might do that, but I want to.
Don't say that on the live, though. Don't snitch on yourself. the IRS be listening out here, man. They be like, oh, word? Off the books?
I had to unplug my little device, the Google Home thing.
Yep.
I was talking to somebody and the Google Home thing just started talking. And my friend was like, you know they be recording you, right? I was like, oh, no. I unplugged it. So you're right. Let me chill out with that.
Yeah. Alphabet Boy's going to be like, hey, were you cleaning in Rosedale, Lowenton?
Right.
You'll be like, damn.
Oh, that wasn't.
Somebody said I can donate a drink to each recipient. Okay.
I
a drink.
The comments.
Oh no. She said I can donate a drink. All right. A drink or 2 to the recipients. Hey, if they drink, I guess so. All right, cool. Somebody said I work for the IRS. Oh man. Oh man, listen, man. Yeah, man. So you got somebody out here working for the IRS, boy.
That's
I don't know about this.
Y'all. My best friend.
Oh! All right. I'm about to say, man. I'm about to get shut down already. Grand opening, grand closing.
Nope. Make sure I do.
So listen. Yeah, no.
3 hot to the pot ain't for me. I got enough friends that work in Rikers Island. I don't need them seeing me. So
listen. You've come this far by faith, right? So,
right.
I said on that note, I'm out.
Thank you so much.
My boy Ali said that is a beautiful thing that you're doing. That's great.
Thank you.
You know, listen. You know, I love what you're doing. I love the work you're doing. I just want to congratulate you again. Any way that I could support you, of course, you already know. I ain't even got to say it. You got my support 100%. Because you have to support your people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We support celebrities 24/7.
Yep.
You're all in the gossip and doing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to support our friends. We got to support our people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, you could share, share this live, support Eb, share her website, share her IG. Sharing is free.
I have to say thank you to my friends, my support system. Like, y'all really showed out. God, I prayed, like, God, with this business, I need you to show me who's for me. I need the support, because one thing about me, I know it's a lot of people saying, but I'm a strong believer in love is what love does. And so a lot of times I'll book that flight to go support somebody for their birthday, or I'll drive up to New York to do whatever, to be a support, because, when the tables are turned, you kind of want that same support. And it don't really cost you nothing to just repost or, tell a friend about what somebody's doing, especially if someone it's a lot of work trying to start a business or trying to do something positive, trying to put something back into the atmosphere. It's a lot of work. And so it does take the support from the people. And sometimes it may not be your friends. It may be strangers. So
yep.
I'm just grateful to all of my friends that was able to repost, that was able to tag, to just let the world know about this platform. And I thank UT for thinking in our robbery to have me on this. I know when we talked, I was like, me, you want to be on here? I don't know if I want to talk yet, but it had to be done.
No, we're going to talk.
That it was written in my purpose to be able to tell my testimony and to talk about what it takes to, it takes 2 seconds, and Ebony Enterprises is all about. It comes from, a vision, writing the vision and making it plain, and I jumped from that.
Man, I think you said something. It's so important for people sometimes to jump.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not really sure, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just go with it, and you gotta have faith, you know what I'm saying? And really just go ahead and take that dive into it. It's a lot of work, like you said. People don't understand, you know what I'm saying? People don't understand what it takes. You know what I mean? It's not like just pop open, do some documents and that's it. Nope. There's a lot there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of sleepless nights. It's just a lot of work, especially when you're already working a 9 to 5. Then that 5 to 1, that 5 to 2 or 3 in the morning, that's your work time. That's your second job.
One thing I left out was in 2019, I was taking the train because I work in Midtown in the city and in Atlanta, and I was taking the train. And so it takes 2 seconds dropped into my head while I was on the train. And so I took the notes on my phone and I started typing, and then I started writing my mission statement, and then I told my story. It started on the train. And so this is not a fly-by-night thing. This was 2 years ago that I was writing this down. And so as you think about wanting to start a business or thinking about wanting to create financial wealth for yourself or being somebody, and not just being a person that works a 9 to 5 for someone else, just know that it's not a fly-by-night. Remain in the race, pray about it. Whoever you pray to, I acknowledge it all. Allah, God, it's all the same, higher being. You know what I mean? Just lean on that strength that's going to get you to where you're trying to get to. That's a whole paragraph there. I can't even read it.
Nah, all right. So Wes said, this was an amazing conversation. Terrence, you're doing an amazing job. Oh, thank you, bro. Ebony, you're such a champion. Is that because no matter what, you keep thriving, and I'm forever rooting for you. Oh man. Wes, I appreciate that. Definitely, Wes, I appreciate that. And this is why I created this platform, to highlight kings and queens like yourselves, who are doing just amazing things in life, and that needs to be highlighted. Right. And we can have these tough conversations. We can have these emotional conversations, and we could just have these vulnerable conversations because it's really needed for our community. Right. And when you're doing such amazing things, I want that to be highlighted. I want that to be celebrated.
Yeah.
I want people to see, you know what I'm saying, what I see. I want people to hear the conversations that I have with you. I want people to know just who the hell you really are. You know what I'm saying? And you're a queen.
Believe
You're
it
a business owner.
It takes that for someone, like when we talked about self-doubt. It takes
Yeah.
an individual being in your circle to remind you. And I find that it's God speaking through you to encourage me to keep going. Sometimes we need that. You know, we can be the strongest being for everyone else, but sometimes we leave ourselves out. Bishop TV said it yesterday. He said, you know, a lot of times we're sitting there being there for everyone else.
Yep.
Everybody else's gift. And so when it's time for us, you know, we forget the king and queens that we are. And so it takes that one individual to remind us. And so I thank you for consistently being that light in my life to restore when there were times when my cup was in.
100%. And I'm gonna always be that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it's gonna go. I ain't gonna hear nothing about it neither. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it's gonna be. Because you got something. You definitely got a lot. You're queen of the highest order, beautiful black queen, beautiful black business owner, and a person. You know, I think I love to see the heart of people, and the spirit of a person. And you are somebody that has a really incredible spirit, and somebody who never gives up. You know, somebody who always is there for others. You're very unselfish, and that is why, you know, you are being celebrated today. I congratulate you on everything that you've gone through. I congratulate you on everything that you are going to do, because this isn't the end. This is just the beginning. This isn't something that's just going to stop right here. And there's different branches of your business that's going to be birthed. This is just the first birth. Right. This is just the first opportunity. You're going to go more, you're going to go on, and you're going to do some more amazing things. And this is just the first of many things that you've been doing, because you've been a faithful servant, and you've also been an incredible person and a credible friend, and every other title, you know what I'm saying, that you hold. You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep going, keep grinding, keep believing, keep dreaming, and keep doing. You're incredible. You know that. And everybody here, please, you know, raise a toast, get your glasses, get everything you need right now, and toast to Tyasia, Ebony, Ruth, and cheers to her. And we're gonna do it like this. This for you.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Well, cheers to those. Matter of fact.
Man,
really dope. I thank you for saying those kind words, and right back at you, T. The same goes for you. Your heart, you always think in our robbery to look out for others. And so I want to encourage you to keep going. When it gets weary, just know that you are encouraging people, whether it be through your posts, your inspirational posts, whether it be your text messages, conversations of the heart. Look at the platforms that God has allowed to happen for you. Because I remember saying when I first met you, I was like, yo, you're going to go. Like, I'm when you do your book club, your book tour, I need to be right there. And so I'm waiting on that book. I know it's coming. And I just want you to be encouraged. I appreciate that. I got a saying that I've been saying all year, excuse my French, we got shit to do and a legacy to leave behind. So that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. And the legacy we shall.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, thank you again. I think we're going to have to do a part 2 in a little bit. We'll talk about that offline. But thank you. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your story, sharing your testimony. I know that wasn't easy for certain things, but definitely, man, appreciate you. Thank you, Queen. And we're going to do this again. Sunday, pre-launch. Monday, the launch. It takes 2 seconds. Cleaning services. She has launched. Clap it up one time for them, people. Clap it up one time. You know what I'm saying? There's so much negativity about our people. So when they do something great, we got to celebrate that, man. Listen, man. I'm going to stop talking because I'm just going to get on my stuff. So I would just leave it at that. I appreciate you. All right? We're going to do this again.
I appreciate all of y'all. Love you.
All right, y'all. Peace.